First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the safe, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that looked at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing my heartache. From the pain, taking my message, from the vein, speaking my lesson, from the brain, seeing the beauty through the
Hello, everybody. I'm terribly sorry for the swift change in title and thumbnail and all this, that, and the other, but apparently YouTube has decided that Stella cannot have a birthday live stream. Although we're gonna say fuck that and do it on Saturday anyway.
Yeah,
So,
Stella's
yes.
still not well.
Stella's still not feeling too good. So we won't be hanging around for too long tonight so that she can get some much needed and deserved rest for the 39-year-old that she is.
Yeah, today's not the day for it, Griffey. Don't push your luck, love. Don't push your luck.
Oh, I know her energy supply is like 0. So when she hits the bed, she's going to go.
That's also true, but she will use the last energy she has to just
Smother
give you
me
a
with a
swift
pillow.
clip round the ears before she does go to sleep.
Or she might just roll over with her pillow.
Right?
So, yeah.
hello.
Hello, everybody and everybody and everybody.
Hello, everybody, to the tiny 500 subscriber channel. Welcome.
No.
Welcome.
It was 400 and something, apparently. 400 and something. 591 as of today. Hey there, our bucket list dragon. Who said what? Aquahoma, our dearest mama. Lenny. Hello, Lenny. Bucket list as always, Miss Lisa Jones. How you doing? Tina Rena, Youper Girl. And yeah. So yeah, the correct number would be 591 subs. Hello, Stella Griffey and Lovely 15. Hey, Pooh.
Right? I
Hey,
mean, I didn't even know it myself till today. It's been quite exciting. I'm like, who? Really? Oh, okay. Okay.
Now you can imagine my surprise because I entered Pooh's premiere in the worst time possible at the part where Griffey's name was mentioned. Griffey, and she's from South Africa. There's the guy called Griff, right? And then there's the chick called Griffey, and she's from South Africa. Well, I'm just glad that you got the South Africa part right. But yeah, the rest of the information not quite accurate.
Right. She couldn't even get the bit about you accurate, really, but we'll save that for another day. And yeah, I mean, look, if that's the level of your research, it's no wonder this shit show is continuing until the ends of time, because I mean, it would basically be the equivalent of me saying someone with a deep Cajun accent was obviously born in Brooklyn. and that those two are that just makes you an American person.
Mm,
So they were just an American.
yes, just like I'm an African,
Yeah.
generally. Um,
We don't expect most of you guys to be aware of our different accents and stuff, but I'm just grateful that some of the people here can use at least half of the brain cells that they were blessed with. And yes, who said what is definitely she lives in the east wing of Buckingham Palace.
yes.
It's just a thing. Just a thing.
Yeah, she lives in the east wing of Buckingham Palace, and you don't have to worry about it because she's just another UK person.
Yeah, yeah. We all live in one house, like the Africans. It saves on building materials. We all just live together, one happy family. Definitely not four separate countries or anything. No, no, no.
Hi, Ashley.
Uh,
Hey there, Miss Ashley.
hello, 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 everybody. Yes, I know poo, isn't it? Isn't it?
Not a
Batch it.
Oh,
I was like, what? What?
yeah, ain't that just awesome? So yes, dear YouTubers that love to talk on the phone about stuff and things. Before speculating on stuff, get your facts straight. That should be some constructive advice from my end. There is a huge difference between an English person, and I'm talking about one that lives the south end of England, and somebody who lives in Ireland.
Right?
I mean, I have heard we Frosty speak, we Scottish Maw speak, and Miss Pearl de Vere speak. And
Yep,
I can distinctly tell you which one is which based on their accents because Miss Pearl is English. We
yep,
Scottish Maw, as implied by her name, is Scottish.
yep, yep,
We Frosty Ewok is Irish.
yep.
So yeah. Um
And yeah, it's just
Nickname.
it's hilarious, to be honest. I find it kind of funny. I was just like, what? What? Waiting for the big fact to drop that would make their proof somehow become clear, and that never happened. It was just, yeah, it's a thing.
Hi,
Well,
Miss Trisha.
we have an affinity for potatoes. The Russians are basically just cold Irish people. So that's just all you need to know.
yes, comrade.
Ah.
Da. Da. Da, darling. My name is Ivana. Ivana Humpalot.
Right. The Russians make vodka. We make a thing called poaching. It's the same stuff. When you make it at home, it would possibly blind you or get you drunk. Either way, you're going to have an interesting evening. Who knows? It just keeps you on your toes or on your
Yeah.
arse, depending on how you want
Whichever. Depending on the
it.
amount consumed.
Hi,
And
Pauline.
yes,
No.
Bubblegum's a UK person. That's right.
Mhm. The UK person.
Hi, Bubblegum.
So Oh, she does. And we didn't even ask for any Hello Fresh for it.
It would be hello moldy by the time it would get to South Africa. It would be hello, oh my good God, what is this? Rotting vegetable in a box.
You see what Miss Pearl said? Because, yeah, I got those screenshots as well. So, Sassy Nas, whatever is Griffey, if you want to say that, please bring me your proof.
Right.
What was it? Sassy Nas and Tribe. That was the two screenshots I got.
Right.
If you wanna speculate something is me or accuse me, bring me your proof. Because point one, I had no idea up until recently who the lovely 15 is. I still have no idea. I still have not heard her voice or seen her face, although it has been said that she has been on screen and she has spoken. So there is clear record to be
Yeah.
able to compare her to whoever else.
Right.
Throwing out speculation on innocent people damages people. Don't you assholes understand that?
No, they don't give two shits. It's. I mean, if it's their problem, then they'll go to every channel and then some. The fact that Harper said herself that she couldn't get anyone on the good side to listen, so she had to go over to Purple's channel. I was like, what? You've basically said, I know that these people are shit, but I decided to go there because nobody else would hear me out. I'm like, oh dear, good luck with that. Oh, okay.
You know, if I had a choice between the wrong friends, who I know are clearly the wrong friends, or no friends, I'd
Right.
stay my happy ass alone. Thank you
Yep.
very much. Because morals, personal responsibility, and responsibility. It's a huge thing in my book.
Yep.
I mean,
It,
go and look
it's crazy.
at my previous YouTube track record. Where have I ever accused somebody of being something or somebody without having proof to back it up? Point one, I don't do it because it's stupid. Point two, um, if I did do it, I would most definitely have receipts for it.
Right. It's almost like somebody's starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable that people are paying attention to what she's been saying, which is fine. Um, if I was Harper, I would be feeling a little bit uncomfortable as well because, quite frankly, darling, we all see what you're doing, and it's kind of sad to be honest, but you know, good luck. You're going to need it, love. You're going to need all the help you can get.
Oh,
But that help
and
will have to come from your snakes because, yeah, you've shat all over everybody else.
and Pooh, please don't apologize. I know I can speak for myself and probably for Wee Frosty as well.
Always.
We would want to know if we were being speculated on or accused of anything.
Right?
So
Exactly.
we actually appreciate you for bringing that out.
We do put nothing was taken sideways at you because of that call, so please don't think that whatsoever. Like all of the things you have put out, they are educational in their various different ways. This one gave me a very clear insight into the behaviors of Miss Harper, and that's a sad state of affairs. Yeah.
You know, I can agree with this point that Lenny just made. Because the previous time Perp was throwing out our channel link saying we were talking all sorts of shit about Frank.
Little
Sicking
hate
Frank on.
channel.
Go look there, Frank. They're talking shit about you. And what did we say? So all I could do in return was to thank her for the extra subs because clearly they had a brain and could figure out that we were not talking shit about anyone.
Well, in truth, you could tell that she hadn't even watched it, and that whoever Heidi had been taking the screenshots had obviously done so to try and stir shit. I think, even though I think Purple is somewhat aware, and that's where it is sad, because I think Purple is somewhat aware. She may not voice it, but I think she knows full well if I had an opinion, a negative one to share, I would say it.
And you would hop the fuck right on her panel to say it to her.
Correct. So that's where it was just like, okay, we're not doing this. That's fine. You know. Unlike Heidi, I don't need to play this push me pull you game of who do you like more? Who will you pick, me or her? Grow the fuck up. It's crazy.
Right.
Do you need me?
Depends on you, Madonna.
I'm gonna chat with people in chat.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, Stella's still not feeling too well. And I don't know, it came out of nowhere yesterday.
Right, Pooh? That was exactly my interpretation. When somebody has to say, I would never, ever, 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 ever talk badly about you because you know I love you very, 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 very much. I'm like, okay, what in the toddler speak is happening here? Who are you trying to convince? Because you've already lost anybody who's paying attention. What is it you're saying? I thought that was quite funny.
I just find that to be the quickest way to prove to everybody around you that you cannot be trusted worth crap.
Yes. I really, 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 really promise I will never, ever, ever, ever tell anyone what we said while I record our call.
I will never, ever, ever, ever divulge the fact that you're Irish. Oops.
Oh dear, it's so silly.
And I mean that's just the best part about it. That is I even went on a freaking rant this morning. Now you know that whenever I go off on a rant, whenever you need to go off on a rant, whatever the case may be, we're adults, right? We don't hop the fuck on YouTube to be in our feelings. But today I had such a day.
Bring me
This
back
morning.
some crisps. What do you call them? Chips? Poo, chips, please. I had to think of the American word, seeing as I'm just a wee UK person who doesn't know words and things.
So yeah,
Yep,
what?
that'll do, lovely. I'll take whatever is offered. I'm generally
we're not
just a grateful person.
we're not full of shit. We'll take anything.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What are my choices? Dark.
What are your choices?
What are my choices? See, this is why you shouldn't give me choice. This is why I just say bring me a surprise. That'll do. Sour cream and onion. Boom. Perfect.
There you go. I hope they get the name right with their accusation and speculation now.
Sour cream and onion sounds better. I'm down with that. That sounds good. But really anything, to be honest. Or a nice lolly. I want to know what kind of ice lollies Americans have.
Yeah, that would be sort of interesting to see.
Yeah, because we hear a lot about American ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously that sort of makes it across the pond, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Still frozen usually. It's very handy like that. Um, but ice lollies are my bag. What do you guys call them? Popsicles?
Yeah, we call them ice lollies, same as you.
Yeah. You speak proper English.
We speak the Queen's English. Thank you very much.
I was trying not to say that. Could you tell?
Well, I was actually thinking about starting another thing that's fun, and you're so going to kill me for it,
Uh-huh. What?
right? Considering that Stella and I are doing this whole fitness thing now,
Yes.
you get to choose which one, and then based on the amount of likes, is the amount that I have to do. Either sit ups, push ups, or calf raises, right? The amount of likes that we get on each live stream is the amount that I have to do and film it to put it on a short on the channel to prove that I did it.
Mm.
So, you guys get to decide on how much of a workout I'll be getting on every single live stream. Now, obviously, I'll be exercising every day as per usual, but as an extra, the amount of likes is the amount of whatever the exercise is that I have to do. And we Frosty has to tell me which one for every single live stream.
And yes, we can be paid off if you just um add $17 to the PayPal. We can also inflict extra cruelty at will. Um, just a heads up.
Well, just a heads up, I still suck at push-ups. Sit-ups not so bad. Calf raises I can do.
We need to get like a big jelly or something and put it underneath where your head would be so that you have to do the push-ups and not fall face first into the jelly.
Don't give Stella
Splat.
ideas. She'll do it. She will most definitely do it.
Cause of
Oh
death,
shit.
jelly.
Jackie Jude is going to vote with all four of her accounts.
The cruelty. I love it.
Okay, so yeah, we're not counting whatever dislikes there are because you guys can't see it unless I show the studio every time to see how many dislikes there are on a stream.
Nee,
So
nee,
we're
nee,
just
nee, nee.
counting likes. So if you want to punish me, haters and lurkers and screenshotters and those hiding in the bushes, hit the like button. You'll make me suffer, I promise. um,
See, the
you know
word is now going through the UK house that we're live because there's Pollyanna as well. Hello, Pollyanna. Hi, how you doing?
uh, we, you owe Pollyanna a song.
Oh my god. What kind of song?
And Stella says, I got the receipts, bitch.
I need to think of a song first.
Okay, while you think of the song, I'm going to drop the panel link for whoever wants to come up and voice their opinion about all this crap or want to come and tell me how many whatevers I need to do.
Or equally, if you have proof that I am lovely 15, please come up and tell me what it is because I would like to know. I, I would be interested to hear that, really. That'd be funny.
Uh, I'm just going to ignore that comment from Roxy saying that I want burpees. No, I don't want burpees yet. I have learned what burpees are, and no, my poor knees are dying already. Not yet. Um, Most definitely, Lenny. I even took out some frustration on my saggy son this evening because he's not been exercising the last couple of days. So I was like, "Come over here." That what I said. You're gonna do some exercises. Oh, okay. He comes strolling into the room as if there's nothing about it, and I say, "Now you're going to do what I tell you, and you're going to keep doing it up to fail." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Oh, yeah." So we grabbed the broomstick weight thing and I had him do 15 reps, pulling him up like this. Then he had his rest. Then I had him do 15 like this. Then he stopped there. Then I had him, uh, yeah, I had him pull it behind his back, take it up like that. And I gave him the small dumbbell and I said, okay, now lift that like that. So when he was done, he was like, Mom, I hate you. I said, oh, thanks. I love you too. Now, maybe now you won't miss your exercises then. Yeah, but I forget. I said, wait until tomorrow. Or better yet, wait until the day after tomorrow. Trust me, what you're going to be feeling, you won't forget.
Oh dear. Oh God, love him. He's gonna be broken.
No, she didn't say you were a lovely 15. She implied that Griffey is now friends with Tony and we is always on panel and that you guys have somewhat someone that comes on panel that sounds like lovely 15. Heidi was trying. Well, Heidi's
Mm,
always trying something.
Heidi is very trying. Very trying. Um,
Maybe she should try getting out of bed.
well, here's the thing. I have no problem with someone who has a chronic illness, long term disability, all of the things, whatever they are, that has to
Yeah.
adapt their life to be able to do whatever they have to do. But there are many things that Heidi does and doesn't do that really let the rest of us down, to be quite honest with you, because there are some of us who do have periods where you cannot get out of bed and yet you can still, run a hairbrush through your hair, wash your
Yeah.
face, change your pajamas, put on, it might absolutely exhaust you to do so, but you try your best to try and at least, maintain yourself in whatever way you can. It doesn't mean that you're putting on a full face of makeup and, styling your hair, but, just so that you're clean and tidy. Especially if you are at the stage where you have doctors and nurses coming in and out of your home, because you have to have the place clean, tidy, and presentable for them to come in and out and do their thing. If you're able to hustle your ass to the fucking freezer to get as many pints of ice cream and popsicles as your little heart desires, and down to the garage for, a constant smoke, quite frankly, I'm sure there's a lot of other things you could do with your time as well, Heidi. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, even Miss Lisa Jones, she's currently going through physical therapy. She's currently going through hell.
Yep,
But do you hear that woman complain? Or do
never.
you hear her saying, I can't do it? No.
Never.
Every single day she does it. It hurts.
Yep.
She's at
There's no
breaking
getting away
point,
from it. It does hurt.
but she carries on. She betters herself. She works on it. I mean, it's better, in my opinion, it's always better to try something than to do nothing.
Yep. But some people are content at just being a shell of themselves, whereas the rest of us will try to either hold on to the little we do have or find new ways to adapt to things to give us back some of our own independence. Um, it's very frustrating then, and I have said this before on panel, and it is partly why I do not like Heidi. I don't subscribe to that defeatist attitude that she has, the poor me's, the constant wah wah wah, I've got Hashimoto's. I
And
hope you
it,
never know the suffering of anything more than that, Heidi, because quite frankly, I would be concerned for anybody who would have to listen to your constant whinging.
it's Karina that has Hashimoto's, isn't it? Carmen. Stella's one sister has Hashimoto's,
hmm I have
and
several friends that have Hashimoto's.
she's living her life to the fullest. Stella's other sister is blind, but she does everything for herself. And not only that, she'll sit and crack blind jokes with you.
Right? That's the best thing about being disabled. You get to have the funniest jokes that nobody else can say, and they're fucking funny because they're dark as hell. It makes it hilarious.
Dear we have a very special guest wanting to come up on panel.
Hey. Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Right,
Yes, we
darling.
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I heard
I
you were
hear you're
very
being
upset.
horrible about Heidi. because she's just accused you of something.
I don't think
Well,
Heidi likes me, Colleen.
Well, I'm sure Heidi's right. Heidi's very rarely wrong, you know. Very, very rarely. I mean, okay, she's got a minge like a butcher's dumpster, but you can't blame her for that, the poor old girl.
She has to work with what she's got. I'm sure it hasn't been seen recently either, so there's that we can be grateful for. Um, I, I, have you sent any PayPal's or Cash Apps recently, Colleen? Drinky drink.
I can't seem to get it to work. No matter how many times they show me and they tell me, I just can't seem to do it. Which is good because I've got no intention of sending them any money anyway. It's just, I like the attention.
I know, how many cans of special brew could you buy down at Asda for the same price of a $5 super chat? I mean, quite
Well,
frankly,
you're
that's
assuming that I pay for them. I mean, there's no need to pay for them. If I've got my big coat on, I just shove them in my pockets and off I go.
that's only after the prison pocket is already full with the miniatures,
Yes,
you
the
know.
warm pocket. The warm pocket is always the one that you fill first.
so dear colleague, Drinky Drink, do you believe for a minute that dear wee Frosty Ewok is lovely 15, being a some or other UK person yourself?
Well, I mean, I don't much like Wee Frosty because she's horrible to Purple. She's horrible. So I don't care. But even me, I've got to acknowledge that Lovely 15's got an Essex accent. And, Wee Frosty's obviously Scottish. So I don't know how they're confusing them. I mean, it's
Do you-
like you being Australian and them thinking that you're English. It's ridiculous.
G'day, you bastard. Um, do you think, Colleen, that maybe how many Cash Apps or PayPals do you think it will take for the Snake Pit to accept you as one of their own?
Well, you mean promises of cash apps? Because I've got no intention of sending any.
I would wager at least Cindy's other Venmo credit card.
right.
Yeah, does anybody have Cindy's phone number? Because I'd really like to get in touch with Cindy. Because I think we could really get along. Especially if she gives me a social security number.
Oh my god, can you imagine? I'm sorry to hear that you were poorly recently, Colleen. I think most people would have empathy towards that. But do you not find it surprising that your new friends didn't know you have an adult son and grandchildren when I knew that? And the reason I knew that is because you said that on their panel.
Yeah,
That's how I
the
knew that.
first time I went up, I made it very, 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 very clear to them that I was deeply upset by the fact that I didn't get to see my grandchildren because my
Yes.
son's a bastard and he
Bastard.
won't let me. But then I sort of forgot that, and the next time I came up, both my children were dead. Which was a bit of a surprise, but there you go. Nobody noticed, so we carry on.
Well, there is that wee psychic dude that hangs about in the chat. He's been able to
Colin.
keep a yes.
Colin, yeah. Colin's a great shag, you know. Phone sex with Colin
Oh,
is
God.
absolutely immense.
Oh god.
The
Phone
bastard.
orgy.
Oh, you've seen Colin as well.
No, luckily, I'm not into that no more.
Oh,
I
do you like
tried,
to
but
drink from the fairy cup?
yes,
Oh, I'm
I
shocked.
like my muffins.
Well, I'm speechless.
Um,
So tell me more.
What?
Colleen, we're just a wee bit
Sorry?
confused. You used to be friends with you. You say you've watched Purple a lot, and then the first time you were on Purple's panel, you didn't know who Tony was. But then you went over to Tony's and did all your thing, and since then you've been anywhere and everywhere that you can get on panel, and even places that won't let you. Um,
I'm really
What?
annoyed by you. Why are you paying so much attention to facts? You're just meant to go along with it. I don't remember what I've said to one panel to the next.
that I have noticed this about you, Colleen. Yes. I have noticed that you don't really remember what happens one day to the next. Um,
I don't actually drink, you know. It's just a great cover story. You know,
it's
sort of,
just a
when you
happy
mess up, you
coincidence.
just say, "Oh, I must have had a drink." That or
Must
you
have been
blame it on
shit-faced.
Tara.
Or Chris. She seems to be the scapegoat. Well, wait, ex-scapegoat for everything,
Oh,
too.
the ex-scapegoat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I've heard that Chris is responsible for the recent death of the Pope.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
I heard that she made
I
a
also heard that Vintage was seen on the grassy knoll with a rifle when Kennedy was shot. Oh yeah, they're all in it. It's all a big conspiracy.
I knew she had purchased a book from that depository, and that is all the proof that we need.
That's that Tara in the chat. You're disgusting, Tara. You're disgusting. You're horrible.
Well, let me just say, Tangeray, you have my fullest permission.
I'm
There
sorry.
you have it.
I'm
On the
not
line.
staying here. I'm not staying here. If you're going to have Tara in the chat, no. I'm going.
No,
I'm going.
Colleen, don't worry. That's a fake Tara. That is a troll trying to. Oh,
Oh, look at what you did, Tara. Look at what you did.
Tara, look at that. You made our dear poor drinky drink hop off the panel and run her ass over to Liverpool.
Can somebody contact the local intensive carers in the area just to be sure? Because quite frankly, we're never sure. So if we just do a wee check, that would be good. Thank you. Apparently, this happens instantly. Instant harm, instant recovery. It's amazing. A bit like the magic tea. Everything's just milliseconds of effect.
I mean, I still tried to explain to her that is actually just a troll trying to beat Tara to upset her, to not let it bother her and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that worked. Well, I don't think that worked very well at all. No.
No, not much.
No.
Hey
No.
there, Lord and girl. And anybody else I might have missed? I know I missed Miss Lucy. Hello, Miss Lucy. Tits McGee, Roxy, Tobeans, Tara.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Dear Eliza, Pollyanna. Oh, you still owe Pollyanna a song, by the way.
Oh,
Thundergun,
God.
Jody Ann,
99
Tangeray.
bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
Knocked one down, broke its crown. 98 bottles of beer on the wall.
All together now.
At least us Africans know that one too. There you go. There's Pollyanna
I'm
wants a
sorry,
refund.
I'll leave you a kidney in my will. That's the best I can do for you at the minute. At this point, I think I should owe you all body parts to to repay your kindness, because quite frankly, I don't know
Well,
how you all manage it.
I already left my kidneys to either Stella or my children. Um, could I
One
offer
each.
you an arm? A $17 kidney?
Well, look, it could be worse. It could be one of Colleen's kidneys, and then
Oh yeah,
those
that
little buggers have worked hard. They've worked hard. They've lived a life.
the stories they could tell.
Mm,
Mm,
mm.
I think if I had to have a drink now, one would knock me on my ass.
All right, same here. Probably. I just been a long time.
I would be like, "Hi." Mm. Okay, Tiger Ray says she could use an extra arm. Yeah, it
Well,
would come in quite handy if you want to like commit a crime.
tiny army.
Tiny arm. Well, that'll have to get out the cupboard, but yeah, that's a story for another day.
So trying not to go there. That's why I went tiny arm, and then I was like, "Oh dear, it still sounds bad."
And you definitely know I'll go there. Hey, there's Shuby's mom, aka Shabooby's mom.
Yes, hello,
Hey,
everybody. I'm sorry you missed Colleen. Um,
hey.
it's a bit unfortunate. Tara chased her away with being vile and nasty and evil in the chat, so it meant that she had no other recourse other than to leave, unfortunately, which was very sad. Oh my good God.
Well, if you start praying, then we know it's something.
Yeah, you know when I start to get all Irish and really just that things have gone completely sideways. Hardcore atheist, you know, whenever the oh good God comes out that we're in big trouble.
Or, oh my lord.
Ah, there.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. So, Eliza, are you guys going live tonight? Lord and Girl would love to know, as do the rest of us.
Yeah. I really think that Circle Jerk should invite Colleen to come up on their panel. I think that
Yeah.
that would be a nice wee discussion. That would just round off the conversation nicely.
Shabooby's mom? Thunder cunt. Thunder God.
Oh, thunder counter run, thunder counter free. Hear
Okay,
the
awesome.
magic, hear the roar. Why do you look startled, Griffey? What's happening?
No, I'm just checking that I'm not missing anything in chat.
Oh, okay. She scares me when she does that because I'm like, what's wrong? What's happening? I'm like the opposite to the previous person that Griffey not hung out with on her channel. That's a different thing. But on a previous channel that would just ignore Griffey. I'm the opposite way round where I do actually listen and pay attention to what's going on with her. She doesn't even need to say anything half the time.
Yeah, I don't just sit here and look as if I'm watching TV or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, occasionally.
And I don't And I don't get yelled at half as often.
Well, only once a week anyway.
Maybe we can twist Drinky Drink's arm. If it breaks, we'll just buy one from Grippy for $17.
Right. We are the new body shop, the international body shop, yo.
Welcome to the body shop.
Don't tell Ernie Shell. He'll have us all arrested by breakfast.
Uh, Drinky can be on any time, but Colleen has to stay away.
Although I did also find it funny that, the way there's this common theme of when it's somebody they've fallen out with, if that person is awake after, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, it means they're on some sort of drugs. But if it's somebody that they like, it's perfectly acceptable and normal to be awake at 6 o'clock in the morning, and have been awake all night. That seems to be the YouTube logic. The Snake Pit aren't the only ones guilty of that. It happens here and there. But I just find it very coincidental that people were saying some very unpleasant things about people like myself who maybe don't sleep very much. And then when Colleen pops up and stays up on panel all night, well, all night British time, that's perfectly normal, yo. Alright. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, I did hear you got told to go to hell in a gas truck, Eliza. And apparently you're a bitch. Wow. Well,
Did...
most of us are bitches. It should be a mark of honor.
Right. I think we've all pretty much, well, most of us, I would say, about a good, even without checking everyone's name, I would say a good 80% of this chat would be covered underneath that badge of honor at some point or other. So yeah. It's quite amazing, really.
It is.
The conspiracy weirdness that people work themselves up into a frenzy over. When you're like, it's more likely that a couple of people are just being shit rather than the entirety of YouTube and this orchestrated plan with the Freemasons and possibly Elon Musk. What?
Yeah.
What? How do you figure this out? Oh, because they like blue. Oh, okay, great. Great.
Okay. So that's how we're judging it now. If you like blue, you're a bitch.
Well, it makes as much sense as anything else.
Yeah. Pretty much
Smart.
makes as much sense as you being lovely 15.
Good God. I mean, only the people who I have accused of being attached to Lovely 15, as in Harper and Hailey, could come up with that crazy fuck shit. But sure, carry on, fuckers, carry on.
Yeah.
The good thing is, I don't need to convince anybody of anything because, unlike them, I have slightly more confidence in the friends that I do have, knowing that they have brains of their own. it's very sad when people have to go around convincing these people that they claim to be friends of what they have done or not done, or who they talk to, or I promise I will never, ever, 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 ever tell anyone about this, but I love you very much. What?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what now?
Mm. And that is actually the part that what got to me, what really revved my ass was point one. It was speculated that you were lovely 15. Now,
Da
obviously,
da da.
I don't think Bonnie thought very clearly that this call would be coming out anywhere.
No.
Which point one cements the fact that do not tell anyone anything that you are not willing to admit in public.
Yep.
Because if you do not, I assure you it'll bite you in the ass.
Yep.
So there's that. Point two, the speculation, there's speculation. Okay, and then it got a step further because then it was, oh, well, maybe it's Griffey. And that point was driven even further as far as that could go. I still to this day have no fucking clue who Lovely 15 is. I've heard things, but that's as far as it goes for me. How the fuck do I just transform into a UK person with my made up African language and
Well,
accent?
I mean, apparently it's a thing. It's also funny that these people seem to forget the shit that they did, a year ago, a year and a half ago, that other people who haven't changed their names might know them from. Um, so yeah, it's hilarious. That's why it'll just lie where it lies. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
And then the other thing that got me is the generalized comments and things that are said. Speaking of, we were talking
Uh-oh.
about
Uh-oh.
a
The finger's
place,
going. The finger was going. Uh-oh. Run.
a place
Run. Save
where
yourself.
I was previously, right? Bringing that into account, whenever said certain creator, I'm not naming any names, goes and makes generalized statements in the sense of, I thought you were my friend, but clearly you were just here to get information on me. You are causing everybody that is listening to you to decide for themselves who that person is. And considering the fact that I was up on your panel for fuck knows how long, who do you think people run to accuse of that? Hmm? So please do not do that. If you want to blame somebody or point fingers at somebody or whatever the fucking case may be, name the person so that that person and anybody else listening knows exactly who you are referring to. There will be no room for speculation and no room for anybody to be running with any rumors of any kind. But yeah, that's just a bit of grown up advice. It's not always taken well, it's not always listened to or taken or even considered. So, but that's just my point.
To dovetail onto that, there was a bit of a sideways dig made by same said creator very recently, about a certain group of people who suggested they may be covering them soon, possibly
Oh.
tonight. And it was suggested that this creator would not be striking that channel. Oh no, no. But because apparently discussing another creator in that tone would be against terms of service, the other people would take it upon themselves with no encouragement whatsoever. They would just take it upon themselves to issue complaints to YouTube. And I was just like, oh my good God, you should really just go and join Purple at this point, because quite frankly, you may just join forces. Stupid, meet the other half of stupid, because this isn't working out for either of you. Maybe together you could get somewhere, but on your own, you're just fucking it up constantly. Yeah. Um, so that was an interesting little nugget. So it's almost like a creator can't encourage people to make strikes unnecessarily that would go against terms of service. And other people have read the terms of service. I have been one of them, because that's the kind of boring little fart that I am. I will read that shit. And guess what? You're allowed to express your opinion and commentary. Harassment, bullying, stalking are different things entirely. It would be very different if, for example, a channel did a 20-part series on your many, many escapades. They could. But if they're able to give fair examples of what that behavior was,
Yeah.
it does not exempt your behavior from critique. So you're shit out of luck there. So go threaten somebody else. Or have you already scared all of your subscribers into your submission this week? Because quite frankly, that's the only way you get anybody to stay, is by shouting at people. Here endeth the lesson.
Aha. You're welcome. That's $17. Also true fact. I wish YouTube, who created the terms of service, would enforce their terms of service when you use
Right?
their services. No, they rather make up rules on no swearing. Yeah. Yeah, I did
And
find that quite odd, Miss Pearl. Sorry. Sorry, we.
no, it's all right. I've gone.
I did find this particular thing quite odd. Considering my opinion on the matter is, if somebody comes into your chat and offers you some advice, you take the advice. You do not turn around, call them a bitch, and tell them to go to hell in a gas truck. You just don't do that. And then it was a huge fire alarm, everybody jumping to defense because this cannot be allowed to happen. You know what? Regardless of your personal situation, if you go after people like that, you cannot expect them to sit on their hands and not say anything back and not reply in any way, shape, or form just because of what you're currently going through. because you certainly did not consider what you're currently going through when you went at them. But yeah, as I said, it's just my opinion.
Mhm. Crunchy Chicken will need to watch herself because Crunchy Chicken has played a bit of a fast and loose game around the YouTube streets. Uh, and that's fine. She can do as she wishes. Um, under this guise of forgiveness 1 second and then judgment the next, which is great, but just apply the rules equally to all. That would be nice. But then again, it didn't
Agree.
work out for her over at the snake pit either, because, Trixie's over there.
Well, we'll go on a begathon and ask the chat for several $17 donations until we get to the $60 so that we can send it to you. But we will have to do a whole lot of singing for that. So be warned that we might not love you as much after.
Oh my lord. Well, first of all, can we at least get £17 for we Scottish mod to get a Chinese takeaway and possibly an extra 17% as well, so that I can get a groovy chip as well. That would be that I would be fine with that. That would be my cut, that my percentage of the earnings.
Um, Jersey, no, I do not have a wish list, and I'll give you the shortest explanation as to why. Um, if you guys order something off of Amazon, off of my Amazon wish list for me, let's say it's something that's $5, you would have to pay close to $50, $60 just to send it to me. And I don't think that's fair. So, no, I don't put up a wish list and I would not. If you were to want to give us something, feel free to hit the PayPal. I promise I would not dox you. My name ain't red mixed with blue.
Um, the other part of that is when you do send stuff to Griffey, it just doesn't get delivered like it would in the UK or in North America, where it just doesn't get delivered to your home. She then has to go and pay, and has to pay duty on receiving the parcel as well, which adds another fee. So it doesn't matter how small or how inexpensive the thing would be, it becomes ridiculously, extortionately expensive
Yeah.
to try and get stuff. Trust me, I have thought of every way possible to try and get supplies to the tiny Africans, and
Yeah.
it just is a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
I mean, just taking as an example, um, Aquahoma sent Brendan a birthday card, like a normal birthday card in an envelope, and mailed it in October. It's still not here. We still have not received it. So, yeah, it's it's a situation. And yeah, at the end of the day, I just don't feel right about it. So yeah, if you guys do hit the PayPal and you want me to get something for the kids, get something for Valerie, Brendan, Leo, whichever the case, I will most definitely do it. We will hold me accountable in all ways, shapes, and forms.
Yeah, and that's a good
And
thing because we doesn't even really need to hold her accountable. She is one of the best people. We've all had, I think most people have had times in their lives, whether that's right now or not, because life is variable. None of us are multi-millionaires, I don't think. Or if you are, hit me up after the stream, yo. But most of us have had to, budget and make do. Most of us do that on a daily as it is. But there
Yeah.
are some people who can really extend a pound or a dollar to make the most of it. And Griffey does that in the most exceptional way, which is amazing. That's why she's never on here going, give me $17 for this. Give me $17 for that. Give me $17 for something else. I need to take my kids to school. Give me $17. I need to go for a poop. Give me $17. I need to blow my nose. Give me $17. No, she doesn't do any of those things.
Nope.
But she's just doing life things. And the sooner we get them all out of there, the better.
Stars would like to know, is that L15 talking?
Yes, of course. It's just so silly. So silly.
Give me
Right?
$60 for reparation.
If I had realized, I mean, and I'm sure Pearl could probably join me in this, that some very expensive shampoo would help our medical ailments, we would have probably tried that at some point. But realistically, it's just like certain people were being greedy. That's fine. That's fine. Especially when it doesn't look like she washes her hair anyway. I mean, sure, let's buy you some $60 shampoo for fuck's sake.
There you go. I have a great deal. Send $170, one time charge, 12 months, 2 months free.
You too can sponsor a South African.
Yes, sponsor a South African today. Believe me, it will work wonders on your conscience. You will sleep so much better at night knowing that you helped a poor, poor, poor suffering South African family.
Well, never mind your suffering. As Circle Jerk have just pointed out to me, my chronic split end pain is nothing. That is, in fact, why Heidi has to go to the hairdresser every week. Because it's just out of control, and really it needs constant maintenance, and the hair as well, in order to minimize that situation. Yep.
Stars, I think you'll have more than soup on your ass if that should ever happen. We do not need one more identity crisis on YouTube. This place is crazy enough already.
That's why I don't need an Amazon wish list, because I've got all that AdSense money that I made from Frank.
You see Jackie Jude there? We're finally getting back on track at my house. I fell and shattered my wrist. I was out of work for 6 months, so we were down to one income, and I never complained. Not even to my family, we got by.
Right?
And that is exactly why. I mean, first of all, I feel too guilty to ask anybody to send me anything on PayPal. I feel too guilty because I am one of these extremely, extremely proud bitches. I want to work for what I get. I want to earn it. I don't want to just be given it. But unfortunately, currently, as things are going in this country and things are going for myself and for Stella, we can't find work. So I try to do everything I possibly can on YouTube to generate some income while sending out resumes on the daily, still looking for work. We have never stopped looking.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize quite the situation, but you know,
Yeah.
it's all very well until their own country hits a recession, and then it's a problem. And yes, Fluffy Nuts, please tell Frank I am very grateful for all of the AdSense millions I have made from him. I never need to concern myself about finances ever again. The AdSense money has just accrued within such a short amount of time that I can barely contain myself. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
Lenny says Unseen has now targeted me and Chris. We have a direct gain per her email to Queen OG. Damn it, she found out so much from my agent status. Fuck. Uh, uh. Oh,
Unseen
well.
needs to go and take her dogs, put their leads or harnesses on them, and go out for a walk. Take yourself away from the YouTubes for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let your mind readjust back to somewhere near normality. And nature is a very, very good way of doing that. I have no desire for me to try to explain to you why that is necessary, but quite frankly, you should. So please try that. Please. Please.
Uh, for that, Eliza, thank you very much. Uh, yeah. Um, no, I won't be doxing anybody that sends me anything. But
She
thank you very
says
much.
that, but we're gonna just put out everybody's information. Just like, yeah, here, Eliza. Eliza sent me a PayPal when I needed help. Eliza sent me money. What an arsehole. What? What? What?
it
That's your proof that
wasn't.
they're a bad person?
It,
Okay.
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I promise. It was that lovely 15 wee frosty Ewok. She hacked my shit.
Oh God. Please. Can we have another public service announcement? I'm fed up of telling people to try to keep their personal data safe. If people don't know that by now, which they obviously don't, there's not a whole lot I can tell them, but put two-factor authentication on all of your devices, on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, all of the things. Because if I hear one more cuckoo crazy bird say that they've been hacked, I don't think I'm going to be responsible for the words that come out of my mouth in
Mm.
response.
There you have it, Eliza. I'll even put it on screen. If that should ever happen, it is completely my fault, which I'm quite safe and assured would not be happening.
Well, South Africa is a terrorist country after all.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that part.
Surrounded by pirates.
Yes. Oh, did you have fun playing with the giraffes yesterday?
Yes, of course.
Hmm.
It's always
I saw you try to mount one.
like what I do in my spare time is none of your business. We were having some special bonding time, me and the giraffe.
Oh,
Hey.
okay. Hmm, makes sense. As long
Makes as
as
much
you had,
sense as anything else today, to be honest.
as long as you had fun. So yeah.
Crazy people.
uh, and she really needs to touch some grass. Yeah, I do agree. I agree with that. She does. And of course, yes, touch grass, not smoke it.
Although, that makes me think of Team Rose. If we can get Team Rose to hook up with Unseen, I think we could have a whole new travel buddy situation on the YouTubes. That would be quite an experience. Let's do that. How do we make that happen?
Oh, I also forgot to tell you, Hakuna volunteered you to jump out of a cake for Stella's birthday.
Hey!
So you need to get your wee Ewok butt bouncing. You need to do that with style.
Can I cover the necessaries with a little bit of extra frosting just to keep it PG?
Well, I don't think Hakuna was planning for you to be in the buff doing it.
Well, she didn't specify, so sorry, too late now.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was technically reading the room and the atmosphere and the fact that we're in the bedroom already. So, yeah, I can see how you went there.
And yeah, putting clothes beside the cake would be very unhygienic.
Okay, well,
Just
Star says
$17 per tassel.
she'll send you tassels. So yeah, you have quite a job ahead of you. Hmm. Jumping out of the cake with tassels and stuff,
Hey!
doing wild acrobatics with your fluffy butt.
Well, if that's what will put a smile on Lil Stella's face, then that's what'll happen. I need to be more careful with the fireworks than it was last year, though. That was quite a that was problematic.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Bugsy, you watch yourself.
Okay, well, she says nakedness was not a requirement, but if that's what you want to do, then she's not going to stop you.
Look, like I said, clothing would be unhygienic. If I pop out of a cake in a full hazmat suit, that's gonna look weird, yo.
Yeah, that would freak the fuck out of Stella. She'd
Right?
be running around the room shouting,
That'd be frightening.
So Lenny says we need $17 for Ewok wax.
Oh Lord.
That's going to be a whole lot of waxing. Wow.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think we're looking more at a whole GoFundMe situation for that, to be honest. We're gonna, yeah, yeah.
Can,
It's all right.
can you?
We'll get Ziggy to work out the finances, and therefore it'll only cost $1 per month.
Uh,
Boom. Solved. Excellent.
Let me just start by saying I am so grateful that she is not a math teacher to any of my children, because that would be a sad turn of events. Oh,
Associate's degree in business, yo. A bit like
um,
Heidi's 2 degrees. What the fuck?
okay. Here's my question: who wrote the exam for her to get that degree? Because she can't finish a damn sentence when speaking, so I doubt she'll be able to do that when writing either. I mean, what do you think, guys? Fuck's sake.
Like if we're going full Brazilian wax, there'd be no bottle of Jameson used for that. We're talking there's a brand of whiskey called Bushmills, but locally we would call that Bush. So you get a bottle of Bush, but there's also a version of that called Black Bush, which is the slightly more select version. So I feel like if we're going the full Brazilian wax, I at least deserve a bottle of Black Bush for the occasion.
And I have a
You're
feeling
welcome.
we're going to need duct tape because I think the blood curdling screams coming out of you when we pull off that freaking wax paper is going to be astonishing.
Right? It'd be like that scene out of 40-Year-Old Virgin. That always cracks me up. It's so silly. Bushmills, yes.
Jersey cat is vajazzled a Googleable term. I'm guessing everything is a Google term. Next thing you know, they're going to be making memes of Ziggy's math skills.
Oh my good lord. I'm surprised. You know you're mortified when you've had to take down your own smarmy, here's how to do the math. And then the entirety of YouTube goes, no, you dopey fuck. You're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lenny, I think we're going to need more than duct tape for the mice. I think we're.
Hey there, aka Jackie. Oh,
Hello.
um, Ashley. Ashley has a question for Tangeray. Tanga, there you go. There's the reply.
Quite right, Lenny. She did, and I'm like, oh my lord, my lord. I mean, look, that the the way that that sort of unfolded, the entirety of it was sort of the more gentle end of YouTube in a nutshell, to be quite frank, where people, even with a very set of rules
Yeah.
and a mathematical formula, that can really only come out in one way, that they still have to outdo each other and try to make a dick out of somebody else by proving that they're wrong by saying that they have the same answer. Which is like, huh? What? What? Okie dokie. Okie
You
dokie.
tried. You tried. You failed, but you tried.
And again, JTR, if you happen to be watching this, love, instead of, I know you enjoy poking at circle jerks, and, I'm sure the feeling is mutual, but maybe if you could take a little swing back and look at what your old friend Nita is doing, that would be more beneficial, because while you are poking at ladies who have nothing to do with you, she's getting away with blue murder over there. So just a wee nudge, a wee nudge. Give it a go, because you're good at that. You're very, very good at that. Still, one of the funniest things I have seen is Nita getting trolled with her own wish list. Just spectacular, spectacular.
She did? Oh, yeah. I remember that goody powder one. That was good.
Yep, that was one of the funniest things I have ever seen.
And
It was just amazing, amazing.
you know what the weird thing is though? If I were to take that into account with me, I would take any amount of criticism given to me, whether it be in a private message, whether it be in my chat. I'm open to people telling me if they disagree or if
Yep,
I'm fucking up in some way or I'm doing something wrong in some way. Come talk to me and tell me.
yep,
We
you and
can
me
sit and
both.
talk about it. Like adults, we can sit and talk about it. There's no need for name calling, and there's no need to get this whole attitude about yourself as if you're gonna scrap with the world,
Yep,
right? I could guarantee you, if it were the case that JTR had handled me in that sense by like sending me a pack of grandpas and tracking it, you know what? I'd go up on her panel and I'd thank her for it.
right? And
Not
we
to
would
be
find it funny. We would be like, that's hilarious.
not to be, and I wouldn't even do it to be a bitch about it or to go like, yeah, I'm better than you because I come and thank you for the damn goody powders you sent to me as a trolling gift. No, I would honestly thank her for it. Why? Because not only does this person give me constructive criticism about myself and my channel and what I can do better on, but she also sent me a way to have a couple of hours without a headache. And on YouTube, headache-free days are a blessing.
And they're also non existent. So there's that. But yeah, I still find that one of just the best things ever. Because then it's a win win situation. The person gets the thing they wanted, you get to be an arsehole. What is there not to love about that? That's a good thing.
So yeah, to me, it was brilliant.
Yep. And JTR still offered Nita, apart from Griffey and Stella and a few others, most people are very sycophantic and don't want to give actual constructive advice on how to make things better or
Yeah.
constructive help. I'll throw them a $10 super chat and think no more about it. That's not what JTR did. She actually offered some very practical, useful help to Nina, and it was taken very badly, and
Yeah.
it was the wrong thing for Nita to do. So
Yeah.
again, if the worst that she has come out of that situation is that JTR sent her something that she wanted, I think she should be grateful for it.
Same. And Miss Ashley, I honestly have no idea. The only time I know about something or being told about something is when I'm getting asked, "Are you the person that is being referred to over here?" So, are you guys still talking? So, what happened? We thought that you don't go around.
Mhm. Yeah. No, she wants to play silly.
Hmm?
That's fine.
Pray that clip about the gas. Wait,
See you in a little bit, Eliza.
wait.
Wee wee.
You think I should play the clip about the gas?
Wee wee.
Okay. I'll
I
play
think
the
we're
clip
at that
about the gas.
point.
Yeah. Okay. I received this quite a while back, and I remember these days. And what made me reflect so much on it is the purely the fact that at this point in time I was still trying very hard to help make things better. But yeah, nothing like that ever works out the way it should.
Linny, I might as well be French. After all, today I have been English as well as all sorts of other things. So I feel like I should just do a tour at the moment and just put on a different accent.
Let me just download it.
The weird thing is, I can actually speak more French than I can speak Irish. Isn't that
Oh,
crazy? Yeah.
yeah, that is crazy.
Because, well, yeah, it's a long story, but um, I have an A level in French, which is sort of like the last grade that you get before you would go to university, sort of thing.
Yeah.
um, but the school that I went to didn't teach Irish at all. I learned a little bit from my grandparents, but the most of the Irish I learned was when my younger brother and sister were learning it, and that's because they went to different schools. So yeah, it was, and then in the north of Ireland, it's very dependent on where you go to school,
Yeah.
on if you learn Irish at all. Irish history, any of it, it all gets very political and very charged. Very, very difficult situation. Hmm.
So yeah, here's the clip of a time that the Courtney said, "What's how to speak Afrikaans?" Oh, that's awesome. Here's the clip that reflects a time when things I would ironically say when things weren't as bad as now. me just get to it. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll just have to share my entire screen then and take it from there.
Man, just sit the fuck at home if you can't pay for your gas. Okay, rant's over on that one. But, man, just sit the fuck at home if you can't pay for your gas. Okay, rant's over on that.
Okay, so there was said, stay your ass at home if you can't afford your gas, which is one statement I fully agree with. I cannot afford to take my daughter to school and go and pick her up every day with my car. I cannot afford to do that. So what do? I lift my ass and I walk to the school to go and collect my child. When I cannot afford to even take her there in the car, I will be walking my ass to take her to school and to go and fetch her from school. To me, that is just personal responsibility, not only to yourself, but to your dependents. Because I need to get her to school. But it is not everybody else's responsibility to make sure I have enough money to do so. It is my responsibility. And even that got fucked up for me when I was trying to make intros for people.
Don't go there. Just woot, woot,
Mm.
woot, woot, woot.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. But again, I'm sure we'll wait and see what comes out in the wash over the next wee while, and then I'm sure there might be a little bit more dad here or there because yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But enough's enough. Enough screaming at people, enough treating people badly, enough
Yes.
treating other creators like dirt when realistically you're no better than anyone else. You are care no more for Summer Wells than anyone else does. We all care about her. That's part of what brought us all together in
Yeah.
one way or another. From all various different parts of the world, the internet, YouTube, we've all come together for that little girl. And yes, most of the time there's a lot of ugly shit happening.
Yeah.
But quite frankly, I think if you asked any one of us, would we swap our internet life for the fact we could get her home? I
Yes.
don't think there's one of us in this chat that wouldn't take that opportunity in a heartbeat. Um, it's very sad when you watch other people who do this grifting, rinse and repeat situation of I'm going on a free trip to go and put up posters in truck stops, but oh, by the way, I need you to pay for my food, etc., while I'm there, and my companion's food. Um, why were you not planning on eating the week that you were at home, or do you only need to eat when you're not at home? How does that work exactly?
Yeah, that's a new one on me.
Yeah, yeah.
That is, it's, no. I mean, to me, nothing that any content creator puts out now it it is more likely to make me switch off and switch on to something else and watch something else than what I would actually still be paying attention, because it seems as if specifically the Summer Wells content creators are all up in a to get a one up on the other one,
Yeah.
to try and mess up the other one's live streams or try and mess up the other one's content that they have.
Interviews,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
But no, but I found this and you got to put it out on what? No. So yeah, no, I would give anything for Summer Wells to be found. Anything. I just cannot take any more of these creators and their non-stop career. I cannot.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you were let that is one of the biggest reasons why I did not start a true crime channel. Why I did not start a true crime channel covering Summer Wells or any other missing child. I may throw out thoughts and opinions on occasion about it, but that's thoughts and opinions. So I'm not covering the case. And the reason for that was because I know currently the way things go and the way that I am, point one, I squirrel. You know I squirrel. You normally tell me, Griffey, you're squirreling because
She
I
does.
hop
She
from one
squirrels.
topic to the other, right? I do that. I know I do that. And I also know that there will be times that I would be discussing my personal life or a thing that happened today and what we experienced, this, that, and the other. And I feel that that does not belong on a live stream that is covering the case of a missing child. You do not insert yourself, your personal life, and what the fuck is going on with you while covering a missing child case. That you can do on a separate live stream saying this is my shit. But then that missing child is not mentioned on that stream. Then it's just about you and what you're going through, not about what you're going through and the child that's missing, because that is using the child for your own gain. But yeah, as I said before, that's just my opinion. Everybody's allowed to have an opinion on YouTube, right? They're like assholes. Everybody has one.
Yeah. Or as Crunchy Chicken said very recently, they're like buttonholes.
Buttonholes.
Yes. I was like, I see what you've done there, but you've made it weird, the fact that you've had to go that far. The fact that you've had to make a point of it is making it more weird than it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit self-defeating.
Yeah. That, yeah, no, that, no, no, no.
Yep.
Oh,
Buttonholes. Buttonholes.
I like button bitches better.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I have way more fun with button bitches than you can with a buttonhole, that's for sure. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
well, no. That could go very sideways very quickly. Let's just move on before I get myself in trouble.
Yes.
Quickly. Help.
Because I'm already yeah.
So. But
So
yeah,
yeah.
there's, I think all of us can see, no matter who you like as a content creator, who you support, whatever the kind of information is, people people are just crazy the way that they start devouring each other like it's sort of Lord of the Flies on the internet.
Mhm.
And yet claim to be so busy doing all this work and stuff, and somehow still have the time to ruin other people's lives at the same time. You
Yeah.
can't. You're not. That's those two things don't usually go hand in hand. You don't often see, like, doctors from the Red Cross kicking people into a ditch in order to rescue another one from a field. That's generally not how that works out. So maybe if we could employ some sort of equality, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yes, Lenny, they let me on here. That was the problem. I mean, quite frankly, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
see, Lenny, it was equal parts my own fault and we Frosties. Let her take her 50% of the blame. You see, I was very reserved that I would only like get out my own closet and say my piece in front of my most trusted friend. And because it was always like, yeah, I'm not going to say that because I don't want the extra shit coming my way whenever I say something. So, no. But you see, then I met a wee frosty Ewok that moved her goofy, fluffy ass into my cupboard, into the closet over there.
Hey.
And yeah, it will all went tits up from there.
Right. Well, and if you watched any of that Ewok porn, you would see that there were indeed fluffy tits up. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Fluffy tits. so
Well, you don't think there's fluffy nuts without any fluffy tits? Come on now.
so is that you admitting to the fact that you're Fluffy Nuts' mistress? Because I see Fluffy Nuts' wifey is all up in his grill about the wee
I can,
little nuts that he left behind.
I can neither confirm nor deny, but for $17, I could be persuaded. Just saying. I'm not letting anybody see my research until you hit up my cash app.
I don't have a cash app, you loony. You have one.
I know, right? That's you see?
Oh, but yeah. I don't know
Cash app that
about
has
you,
never
Wee.
been used because
That
it's not there for that. I really
I
wanted
could
my cash app name to be We Need Servants.
now we. You see, Hakuna, we can neither confirm nor deny, but for $17 we may be able to
Oh,
give you a hint.
it's always the quiet one, Hakuna. And look at us. Griffey and I are doing all the talking. So who do you think the quiet one of the bunch is over there? Yes. Yes. That one. Not saying anything but that one. Yep. Yep.
It
She's a
may
total
or may
pervert.
not be
Total
the
pervert.
person whose comment I just put up on screen. It may or may not be.
I think we're gonna go Hakuna with £17 just to rip the shit clean out of it. So we're definitely not gonna go with South African rand because that would work out about half of a tissue worth of money. Um, and $17 is still a little bit less than ours, so £17, please. Mwahaha. Just the same as I asked you to pay for the on the loose harpy nuns.
Mhm. Yeah, £17 for the other UK person.
Hmm. Yep, yep, yep. We all live in the one house, so we can spend it together. It's
Yes.
nice. Yes,
Yes.
it's like a commune.
Which reminds me, have you seen my bra?
Your bra?
I've been missing that bitch for about a week. I feel everything hanging more. And considering you were the one that last talked about a nip rash, I was just wondering, did you accidentally mistake mine for your non-existent one?
Well, mine definitely exists. Because I had the misfortune to wear it today. So I don't think it's yours.
Then it must have been the quiet one.
I think the
I'll
quiet
take it
one
up
is
with her.
stealing your undercrackers.
So I'll take it up with her after the stream. I'll have my hands full with that one.
I think she's having a little bit too much giggle with your wiggle, yo.
My shit is lit.
Talking of which, hopefully, um, because there was another slight hiccup this week that couldn't be avoided in the middle of everything else. I will get round to doing some more parts of the Ghost of Purple Past. There is a fuck ton more to cover, so I'm just going to go along with the whole ethos of I'll just have to do it when I can rather than commit to a day and a time and then freak the fuck out panicking about it. But it will happen soon. So please don't take my absence as not caring or not coming back or running away or any of the things, just unavoidable life things. Unavoidable.
Yeah.
And now I can actually speak without sounding like I have, Harper's left nip up my nostril, which is great.
Yeah. So apparently you with a cold, with the flu, sound like lovely 15.
Yep. Me with a cold sounds English and
Yes.
drunk.
Like Phoebe from Friends' sexy voice or sexy phlegm.
I miss you too. He said what? I do. I really haven't been about at all. I'm just so
Oh,
wrecked.
I can verify that she hasn't.
But I'm trying my best. I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's just the way it worked out. I am. You know me. I'm a stubborn old mare. If there's a nuclear explosion, I'll be one of those cockroaches scuttling out with my little set of crutches and my own little wheelchair as well, going, "Come on, you fucks! I've been training for this my whole life."
You can't kill me. Oh, yeah. So I don't know about you, Wee, but I'm about ready to wrap up.
Yes.
Get the wee Stella in bed and then go looking for my bra.
Well, Lenny's trying to tell you a story about some big boobied people, apparently.
Uh, story: a big-breasted female soccer player wearing an underwire picked up radio station on her bra. The teammates heard it. It was in a news article.
I can empathize. I can
Oh,
empathize.
must have been quite a show. Can you imagine if she picked up like a um like a naughty channel or two?
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. If you would like your own proof that you are part of the Toothless Hooker gang, you can
Mm-hmm.
go to the best merch store on the interwebs, where you can buy not only a Toothless Hooker t shirt and various other clothing substitutes,
Yeah.
you can also buy a random set of merch about donkeys. You can also buy the best merch ever designed by mankind, which is Free the Way, and be covered in your own way all day,
Yeah.
every day, twice on Sundays. Um, so yeah, if you click the little linkety link that one of these clever girls is going to put in the chat, you will be able to go to the merch store and be able exactly fluffy nuts. That's where it's so ridiculous. These people don't listen. I as Griffey said, they don't even clear out their ears, never mind pay attention. But again, they all
Yeah.
come from panels where they're shouting over the top of each other. What do we expect?
Yeah.
So yes, you can go to that lovely merch store, or equally, if you would like any intros and clever YouTubey things made by the Griffey, you can email her and she will design whatever stuff and things you want designed for stuff and things.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
and if you just would like to annoy Heidi and possibly a few others, you can just straight up donate to the PayPal. Your name,
Yeah.
address, telephone number, social security, date of birth will not be put out on the interwebs. You will just get a nice little note that says thank you. Um, that's the height of it. So yeah, if you're looking for the whole doxing situation, that's not going to happen. But if you just want somebody to be grateful for it, we've got that.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the stuff and things.
All the stuff and things. So, on that note, we're gonna say we love you, and we'll see you again later. Um, yeah, I'll definitely be doing another live stream for Stella's birthday because I feel this was a terrible, terrible waste of a very good evening. Thanks to Bonnie and her shit.
Well, that and plus Stella still isn't feeling well, and there's nothing as miserable as being forced to celebrate an occasion when really you just want to lie down and have a wee rest. You're like, I'm not feeling this at all. Everybody else is eating cake, and I just don't want to be involved in that. I just need a drink of water and to sleep. Thank you.
Hakuna, I would most definitely make you a shirt like that, and I'll even put a lion on it. So, yeah. Love you
And
guys a
thank
lot,
you, everybody.
and
Thank
thank you
you,
for
everybody,
being
for
here.
turning up.
We love you endlessly. And we'll see you again soon.
Love you, everybody.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.